Chapter 68, May 22nd, 2020, 8:30 a.m. My last breakfast at St. Clara was a bittersweet one. I was finally leaving this prison, but I'd have to leave some great people behind. I've never been good at goodbyes, to be honest with you. When I was around 10, I visited Grace in Chicago, and when I left, I cried for about 3 hours straight. I get over-emotional when I have to leave someone or something. Maybe that's why my parents never let me have pets. They knew that once it died, I'd be on the verge of a mental breakdown. I even get attached to inanimate objects sometimes. I had this stuffed sheep for around 10 years before I lost him. Initially, he had blue overalls, but I took them off him and never found them again. He lived the rest of his life as a nudist. His name was Barry. It's actually Berry, but I wrote it with an A by mistake and never corrected it. This might just be the most painful breakfast I've ever had, I said emotionally. Relax, dude. This isn't the Last Supper. You're getting out of this place, so make the best of it. You'll see us again, Morgan said in a confident tone, patting me on the back. He was entirely different from the person I had seen the night before. His eyes had a burning passion in them. I'm going to miss you, bub, Madeline said, hugging me, trying her best not to cry. I saw shiny tears in her eyes and, without thinking about it, kissed them away. After that, I held her against me and promised I'd never leave her again. Ah, Kimberly said, nearly squealing. You're the cutest thing ever, Madeline said, turning crimson red. But I'm not, I said in disbelief. Yes, you are, so shut up. So what do you think you'll do after all this? She asked suddenly. Definitely not time travel. I'm not sure exactly. I guess we'll have to see where life takes me, I replied with a small smile. Wanna go watch a movie or something once we're both out? Madeline asked, twirling her hair ashore. One of my favorite films is Inception. Have you ever seen it? I've heard of it, but I've never watched it, she said with a sheepish smile. What? It's like one of the best movies ever, Morgan nearly yelled out with a mouth half full of waffles. I really should see it then. While we talked some more about the movie and what made it so great, a nurse walked up to me and told me my father was ready to pick me up. Which one? My real dad, or the horrible version of him that only cares about himself and his stupid robot? Bye, everyone, I said excitedly, waving as I left the room to go home. As tempting as it was, that was the only time in my life when I didn't look back. I had the rest of my life ahead of me, and this was going to be my redemption. I'm finally coming home.